Today we're talking about the 5 reasons why the INFJ tends to do the bare minimum. INFJs are not lazy. Let's start off with that. And so INFJs have a very particular set of rules. There are particular reasons why we choose to do the bare minimum in certain situations. It has so much to do with having long-term vision, with deciding what is going to be best for us in the long term. And on top of that, a lot of people don't even look at you and think you're doing the bare minimum. They're thinking, oh, that person is efficient. That person knows what they're doing. The problem is that we do know that we're not doing everything that we can. And so there's this discrepancy between what is the best outcome and what we're putting out. And this contradiction makes us nervous. It makes us feel like something is not right here. So today we're going to talk about what the reasons are that the INFJ does the bare minimum in so many situations and if it's worth changing. Before we get started, I want to remind you that you can download the free poster on the formula to an INFJ Epic Life. And if you want to take it to the next level, then get the INFJ Epic Life audio guide. Everything you need to know, you can find in the links in the description. Reason number 1 why the INFJ tends to do the bare minimum is to save energy. Believe it or not, the INFJ knows exactly how much energy they do have. And if you're an INFJ, you know very well that our energy is limited. We're not an ESTP, we're not another sensory type. Our extroverted sensing, our physical energy is limited to some extent. And I always say we as INFJs, we don't have to do all the things, we have to do the right things. So we know that it's in our best interest to think about certain steps before we take them. We're not just going about like doing everything that we possibly can, because guess what? Then we don't have enough energy left to do the things that actually matter to us. Reason number 2 why the INFJ tends to do the bare minimum sometimes is because it is the smartest choice. Just because we could actually do something or we would have all the energy in order to make it happen, very often we know that it doesn't require any energy to get ahead in a certain situation. If you, for example, are in a company and you know that no matter what you do, if you're not failing completely, you're going to get a promotion in 2 years. You're not going to put 150% into it when you know you're going to get the exact same result with just putting 70% of your energy into it. We as INFJs are long-term thinkers. We're visionaries. And that also means that we know if something is going to yield results or not, and how much effort it actually makes sense to put into something. So before you feel bad about not putting a lot of energy into something, always ask yourself, well, have I thought it through? Do I know that it makes sense to put like that amount of energy into it? And if the answer is yes, then please don't change your strategy about this. Reason number 3 why the INFJ tends to do the bare minimum is because it's our natural tendency to withdraw. We like to be observers. We like others to take the lead. And it's not so much because we don't have the strength to do it or we're not confident enough to do it. It's because we know exactly what we're going to get out of it. If we stay back, we actually get to observe people. We get to understand how they're thinking. We get to understand where they're coming from, what their goals are. And with that, we also get to learn so much. And this is one of our main pursuits, to understand others and situations, to be able to use that knowledge in order to create a better result in the future, and to actually experience an emotional state that is happening outside of us. We're really good at that. It's a skill. So there is a reason why we tend to withdraw. It is something that makes us feel at peace. It's something that makes us feel comfortable. And even nowadays, where I'm being so active in so many roles in my life and in so many areas, I enjoy it so much when I can just lay back, withdraw, and enjoy somebody else taking the reign, because I can then be in my dream world, experience everything, and make the best out of that situation. Reason number 4, you actually get to understand people very well. And this is different than reason number 3. With reason number 3, it's all about just our natural tendency to lay back. But reason number 4 has a very specific meaning behind it. We're doing this with an intent. We're doing this in order to find out more about that person we're dealing with in a positive way or a negative way. Yes, it might be just a natural interest about that person, but more often than not, subconsciously, we try to find out everything there is to know about that situation, about that person, and about a certain circumstance. And we can only do this when we allow other players to live out whatever they want to live out. That's the only way you're going to get a lot of information out of that. The moment you step up, the moment you decide that's how I want to do things, that is the moment when others get a little bit quiet. And it's not to say that in the first moment when you say, this is how I want to get things done, that the other person might not want to, express their opinion or take on the leadership role or whatever it may be. But the point is this: the moment you express yourself, you take up space. And that is space that that other person could have taken up. And the more space they take up, the more you get to understand them. And the more you get to understand them, the more you get to control the situation that is happening outside of you. Reason number 5, why the INFJ tends to do the bare minimum, is because we don't want to take on the responsibility. If you say, I'm going to be responsible for how we're going to spend the day, you are the one who's also responsible if it doesn't turn out the way others would like it to be. There is a part of us that is afraid of that judgment, that is afraid of all the consequences that are going to happen once you are in charge. Because then the good is on you, but also the bad is on you. And very often we feel like it's not worth taking the risk, because once we do that, then, if something doesn't turn out the way others want it to be, guess what? It's on you. So these are some of the main reasons why INFJs tend to do the bare minimum. But the question is, if we know that all of those reasons are valid, why are we still questioning them? Why are we asking ourselves, oh, there's something wrong with me. I don't want to do the bare minimum. I feel like I'm not really tapping into my potential. We have thought this through. We know that there are reasons for this. So why is it not making us happy? The reason for this is because we're not really living out our truth. Yes, those reasons that we talked about are valid. Yes, they're reasonable. And on top of everything, we have the skill to make it happen. A lot of types don't have that skill because it requires you to step out of your ego. It requires you to step back and be okay with not being the center of attention, with being a little bit on the outside and looking in. And because you can do that, you can create amazing results. But as I said, it's just not enough. So how do we handle that? Well, we have to decide that in certain situations, it does make sense to, step back, do the bare minimum, to preserve our energy, so we can then use the energy that we do have and the energy that we saved in order to create something that is worth taking that risk. It's worth to put our energy into it. It's worth being judged for it. And that's when the INFJ vocation comes in. So what I found out for myself, and what I found out through working with so many INFJs throughout the years, is that if we don't have something where we're willing to put all our energy into it, we're always going to feel like something is missing. And in order to do something that we want to continue on doing, it has to be something that first off makes us happy in the process. So it's not so much about the result, but the path, the journey. And second of all, it has to be something where we feel alive because of it, where we feel proud of doing that. So that is the moment when it's on you to decide that you're going to write that book, that you're going to apply for that job that you think could be a dream come true. Now is the time to move to another city or to move to another country and step out of that box, because the INFJ is made for that. We have the capacity to keep ourselves small in certain situations because it's the best move forward. But if we want to feel fulfilled, we have to find an outlet for that excess energy. We have to have a part in our life that is the one pushing forward, the one where we don't feel like we're doing the bare minimum, but where we know I'm doing everything that I can and I'm doing it in a sustainable way. This is not about willpower. This is not about self-discipline. This is about creating a new normal for you where you continuously want to grow in a certain area, where you allow yourself to create that INFJ epic life that I'm always talking about. Yes, it's based on your relationship dynamics. It's based on how safe you feel. It's based on all of the 5 pillars to an INFJ epic life. But the one thing that's going to help you push forward the most is when you allow your gifts to shine. And you do have gifts. Those gifts don't mean that you have to, start a business or that you have to write a book necessarily. It can be about the choices you make in your life, the extraordinary thing, the thing that not everybody does. Because guess what? You can do them. The way the INFJ mind is set up, it allows us to make choices because they're rationally the smartest, although other people wouldn't be able to do them because of subconscious reasons. That's why we're able to do the bare minimum in certain situations when others would put all their effort into it, although it's not worth it. But that same skill is going to be the same one that's going to help you to push forward in areas where nobody's looking, where you create something extraordinary, where you create a life on your terms. So I encourage you to stop asking yourself why you're doing the bare minimum. Do that in the areas where it makes sense, but find an area where you allow everything of you to come out, where you allow yourself to do all that you can. And if it's not enough, it's not enough. But you know that you're taking the steps. Because when you start doing this, when you step out of that safe cushion, it's never going to be great. It's always going to suck. It's always going to fall short of what you would want it to be. But the point is to continue that process, because done is better than perfect. And with every step you take in this area, with every single day, you put your energy forward in order to create that INFJ epic life on your terms, the happier you get in the process. And you get happier the moment you start that, and not once you've reached a certain milestone. Remember, if you want some more insights in how to make that happen, then get the free poster on the formula to an INFJ epic life. And if you say, now is my time, I want to get to the next level, I'm ready for it, then get the INFJ epic life audio guide. Everything you need to know you can find in the links in the description. And if you want to watch another video now that is in alignment with today's topic, then watch the video on why the INFJ is slower than most.